Alright, today we're going to talk about heat, and these are your guided notes that will be going in your notebook. Make sure that you have your notebook ready and you can cut the excess white space, but fill in the blanks as we go. So, what is heat? Heat is a measurement of the movement of particles of matter. The faster they are moving, the more heat or thermal energy they have. And they, regarding the particles, everything is made up of particles. The slower the particles are moving, the less heat it has. So temperature is a measurement of heat or thermal energy in an object. It is measured on 3 scales: Kelvin, Celsius, and Fahrenheit. Temperature is independent of how much matter there is. Okay, so let's review before we go to how heat is transferred. Heat is a measurement of the movement of particles of matter. The faster they are moving, the more heat or thermal energy they have. The slower the particles are moving, the less heat it has. Temperature is a measurement of heat or thermal energy in an object. It is measured on 3 scales: Kelvin, Celsius, and Fahrenheit. Temperature is independent of how much matter there is. How is heat transferred? There are 3 ways that heat is transferred from object to next: conduction, convection, and radiation. Conduction is the transfer of heat between substances that are in direct contact. With each other. Okay, this also means that they are touching. An example is when you grab the handle of a hot pan, okay, you feel that heat. Your hand is on it, so that means you're touching it, so the heat is transferred from the pan to your hand. Walking barefoot on concrete during the summer, so your feet are touching the hot concrete, so the heat from the concrete transfers to your feet. Ironing clothes. The heat from the iron goes to the clothes. Okay, so here you would draw a picture. Okay, let's just say we're going to have 2 objects, alright, and they're touching. So the heat gets transferred from one object to another. So conduction means that the objects have to touch in order for the heat to be transferred. Convection is thermal energy that is transferred from hot places to cold places. Okay, an example is boiling water. The heat from the water boils up into the air, and so the air around the water is warm. Heat in a room. Okay, so we like to think of convection with air or water. Okay, it's like if something is the heat is being transferred through like a current. Okay, so in the mantle, remember that heat was moved through the mantle, and that was a very thick liquid. And so when it's hot, it rises, and so when it's cold, it sinks. So it's pushing that matter around, and that's how the heat is being transferred, by the movement of the air or the liquid. Okay, radiation is heat transmitted through empty space. So you don't need anything for the heat to be transferred, with electromagnetic waves. Alright, so you want to kind of think about like radio waves or infrared waves. Okay, you don't need anything. So the ultraviolet rays that we get from the sun, that's radiation. We get heat from the sun because of radiation. Okay? Alright, this should be put in your notebook once you finish completing all of the blanks.